Part 2 of bullying must be stopped. So all throughout my life I've been bullied. From high school, from kindergarten to college. I have been bullied all my life, So bullying is something I take seriously. So while I'm making this video, granted I look like crap and I'm in the clothes from yesterday because I haven't gotten to the shower yet. It's a pretty sad phenomenon that people don't know when their kids are bullied or if their kids are doing the bullying. Now you can't watch your kids 24 hours a day. And how your kid acts at home is not how they act at school. And most bullies either come from a bad home or they come from a home that they have no outlet for their extra energy. So they decide to pick on little meat-destroyed little kids like myself was. Alright? Let me get two things off the bat before I continue. First and foremost, all my bullies were punk bitches because they only picked on me at school. They never messed with me outside of school. They never seen me in the streets, and they never wanted to see me in the streets because most people knew by the time I got to high school I was pretty good at fighting, and I was a great martial artist. Now I have been fighting in the streets since I was 6 years old, but I was afraid of my mama. So I never put my hands on nobody while I was at school because I didn't want my ass beat. I got plenty of ass whoopings. So I knew right from wrong. So in school, I just took it. I took it until I couldn't take it. We'll get back to that in a second. School back when I was going to school, back in kindergarten, probably from kindergarten to about the 5th grade, it was about my race, about me being mixed, because somebody seen my mom come to school and it was hell from then on, and how everybody's like, oh, you got a white mama. You're not a real nigga, you're a half nigger. And back in the 70s and 80s and shit, when people were more acknowledging of mixed people, it was a problem. And sometimes today it's still a problem. I did a report the other day about a white dude or a Latin dude killing his daughter's boyfriend and cousin because of the simple fact that they were black. Alright, so moving on. This is about school bullying. By the time I got to the 5th grade and found out that I wasn't just black and white and I was also part Native American, things only got worse from there. Because to most people, when they see me, they don't see a black person. They see someone who is Native American more than they see a black person. Alright, now I'm multicultural. I don't deny my heritage. I'm not always proud of my heritages, but I'm multicultural. I wanted to confront my bullies so bad. I never got to that chance until I got into like the 11th grade. But before that, kindergarten, 1st grade, 2nd grade, 3rd grade, 4th grade, 5th grade, 6th grade, 7th grade, 8th grade, bully. They knew I knew martial arts by the time they got in the 8th grade. Anybody who knows me knew that I was a martial artist. By the time I was in the 8th grade, they knew that I knew my shit. Now, people in the Buford gym could tell you, y'all know who y'all are, that triple threat attack on me that failed effectively. You know. And then it came down to like the 9th grade and living in the projects before the 9th grade where I got to fighting all the fucking time. And jealousy is a very powerful thing. My hands are red from the dye on my costume that I'm working on. Anyway, moving on. There wasn't a lot I could do to confront my bullies. Not really. There wasn't a whole lot that I could do. Try as I might, it was like an epic fail no matter what I did. It was like an epic fail, epic fail, epic fail. Everywhere I go was an epic fail. Everything I did was an epic fail. And I got to the point where I was like, okay, I need to do something to stop these people. And it never happened until like the 11th grade. I'm getting there. But in all of the classes that I was in, that I was bullied in, none of the teachers ever stood up for me. There was a couple, but they were like more afraid of the students because the teachers were smaller than my bullies. My bullies were anywhere between 6'2" and 6'6". And they only seemed to pick on me and smaller guys. So clearly they didn't have big dicks. And they only had to pick on somebody who made them feel superior. And I happen to be the guy with the biggest bullseye because I'm only 5'3". So by the time I got to the 11th grade, I figured the bullying would probably stop. No, the bullying didn't stop. So I had a specific teacher, and her name was Miss Jones. I don't know if she's still alive, and I don't care. I do want her to know that I do forgive her for her misdeeds against me. But she could have done something from day one. Yeah, she really could have done something from day one. And when you go and report bullying to teachers and shit, don't be ashamed. Just do it. But the teachers should literally do something about it. School should have a system where if you're bullying somebody, you're out. School should also have video cameras in every room in the school and outside the bathrooms. So that you can see who's bullying. That way when you tell somebody's parent that their child's a bully, and they say, no, not my kid. My kid would never do that. I didn't raise no bully. You're right. You didn't raise a bully. But that does not mean that your kid's not bullying someone at school. And I'm not talking about picking. I'm talking about bullying, like straight up threatening to beat people's asses and all the shit that I went through. And I don't handle threats very well to this day because of that crap. Now when people threaten me, I'm like, all right, let's do it. Let's get this shit over with. Because if you want to threaten me, I'm not going to be held responsible for how I react to your threat. And people got to understand that. You're only going to take so much threatening before you take action. So, we got to 11th grade. And from day one in that class, 7. Might have been more than that, but mostly 7. 7 black kids picked on me from day one until I reached fuck it. These are nunchucks. You've seen me work them here before. I got to the point at school where I couldn't take anymore. So I took my nunchucks to school in my backpack. Now see, this is before Columbine. This is before school shootings. This is when a teacher sits there every day and watches kids throw their homework and hit me in the back of the head, blow spitballs into my not so nappy hair, talk about me, do things to me, but would never physically touch me outside of throwing objects in her class. And she did absolutely nothing, but watched. I'm sitting in the front of the class next to the classroom door. Shit's flying across the room, shit's hitting me, spitballs in my hair, all kinds of shit. And she does nothing. Nothing. That's right, Miss Jones, I'm pointing right to you. Because one day, one of your kids will probably go through this same shit, and a teacher will sit there like you and did nothing. And they will do nothing for your child because the sins of the father are paid for by that of the sons. The sins of the mother are too. And they picked on me for damn near an entire school year until I reached fuck it. There was nunchucks there. Wearing my big, long ass navy blue or royal blue backpack. And it's pretty bad when you go to school in fear that you're going to have to fuck someone up because the teachers won't do their damn job. And so one day, those nunchucks, we were in school. And they were hitting me and I had reached fuck it. And so, I told them, when that damn bell rings, all of you is going to get fucked up. Y'all not playing no more sports. You're not getting no more girls. Because I might go to the morgue today. But all of you are going with me. And if you don't go with me, you go into the hospital. But all your NBA dreams and NFL dreams, I'm going to make sure you never play sports ever again. So I whipped out my nunchuck and said, these are my equalizers. I said, y'all want to fucking fuck with me? And now I'm going to fucking destroy you. Then I thought about it. I said, no, you know what, on second thought, let me put these back. I don't need these. I know Kung Fu. I don't need these. But I'm going to fuck all of y'all up today. And if anybody tries to stop me, I'm going to fuck them up too. Because you want to fucking keep picking on people and you don't want to stop. Today is the last day you're going to pick on me. So I put him in there, and no less than 4 seconds, that goddamn bell rung. And I threw that backpack out in the hallway, and I went right behind it and said, let's go. And these 7 or 9 motherfuckers ran out the back door to her classroom. They ran out the door behind her. 2 of them was brave enough to come behind me. And I stood ready. And they ran in 2 different directions. And we were in B Common to CHS High School. And I just knew that I was going to get my ass kicked. But at that time, I didn't give a fuck. Because I was fixing to kill people. But the fucked up part, the really fucked up part, is that this teacher, Miss Jones, yes, I'm calling your ass out. Because you and Mr. Leatherwood should be ashamed of yourselves. Because y'all both had it in for a kid that didn't do anything. It's hard to become a straight A student when people are always picking on you. It's hard to become a straight A student when you got to go to work and deal with someone calling you a chief every fucking weekend. And you have to come back to school. Plus I was having problems at home. And y'all decide, oh, it's okay for him to be bullied at school. So what happens? Miss Jones, in all her glory, decides to write me a referral to the office. And in fact, she wanted to send me to Mr. Leatherwood, a vice principal who clearly hated my fucking guts because I'm mixed. He jumped on my case for doing martial art practice on the breezeway of the high school. All the things you can get on. You know, you never said nothing to the kids smoking cigarettes. But me, I'm doing martial arts. I'm sparring. I'm having the time of my life. And he's going to pick on me. So Miss Jones and Mr. Leatherwood, wherever y'all are, shame on you. And I don't want to wish anything bad on your children or your grandchildren. But if they're getting bullied, it's your fault. They're just paying for your sins against me and other people that you let get bullied. Now back to the story. So she walks over to me and says, here, take this referral to Mr. Leatherwood. And my dumb ass and all my glory and my anger said, nah, bitch. I'm taking this goddamn thing to Mr. Lewis, who I had found out the night before I was kin to. And I pretty much got a get out of jail free card that day. And he said if anybody else bullied me that day, do what you gotta do. Which is what I had to do. But nobody, by the blessing of God, bothered me anymore. Until the 12th grade, with a little yellow bastard named Maskanowski and a little black girl named Xavier Gray. The good news for them is they were freshmen, and I was leaving. I also like to take a shout out to Gordy Hay for keeping me from doing something exceptionally stupid by throwing a racist beatdown and a reverse racist beatdown to a boy and a girl who needed to make a name for themselves and used me to do it. School bullying. I'll make a 3rd video. Hope you guys enjoy it.